Another possible item in cash flow from operations direct method can be cash paid to employees. So when you pay cash to employees, again you will need two items from one item from income statement and one item from balance sheet. From income statement you will need the wages expense for the period, and from balance sheet you will need wages payable, that is your liability, and the adjusting figure between these two would be your cash. So that is beginning, you take beginning payable, you add expense for the year, and when you subtract ending salary it will give you the cash paid to employees. Or in other words, if I look into the T account, if I look into the T account of wages payable, wages payable is a liability. So as it is a liability, it will have a credit balance. So that means opening balance or beginning balance would be a credit balance, let's say 100. During the year I will accrue some wages, मेरा कुछ wages का expense होगा during the year, that will go to income statement. So that expense, the entry for that expense would be expense debit and wages payable credit, क्योंकि जब मैं expense करूंगा तो that would become my liability that I will have to pay. So wages expense debit and payable credit, let's say by $50, and then I will make some payment. So जब मैं payment करूंगा तो cash credit and accounts payable debit, क्योंकि जब मैंने pay करा तो accounts payable decrease होगा. Decrease in accounts payable would mean debit on accounts payable. So that means this will be my cash, and there will be some ending balance, that will be the adjusting figure. Let's say adjusting figure is $20, or let's say ending balance from balance sheet is $20. So that means my cash should be $130. So using the T account or using this structure, you can find out the adjusting figure of cash. So cash will simply be the adjusting figure between your expense and your change on balance sheet item. Or simplistically what I can do is simply I can say it is expense minus increase in current liability. So simply speaking, your expense minus increase in current liability will be your cash paid to customer. Like for example, in cash paid to supplier, you took purchases, that was kind of an expense, and then you subtracted increase in accounts payable, that was a liability. So simply here again you will take the expense and you will subtract the increase in current liability, that will give you your cash paid to employees. Only difference is instead of purchases here expense would be salary, and instead of accounts payable here expense here current liability will be wages payable, and this should give you your cash paid to employees or the cash figure for the actual expense. Similarly, cash paid for other operating expenses, for any other operating expenses, again same structure would be used. So what will you do? You will take operating expenses, that is your expense from the income statement, and then you will subtract increase in current liability of that related operating expense, that is operating expense payable. But sometimes you also prepay some expense, आप advance payment भी sometimes कर देते हैं, that is your asset. So you will subtract increase in current liability and you will subtract decrease, or you can say you will add increase in current asset, and this should give you the cash paid for operating expenses. So again an item from income statement, then doing the adjustment for change in on balance sheet in asset or liability side should give you the cash figure, and your amount on cash flow statement should tie up with this change. So simply speaking, other operating expenses less decrease in prepaid expense, or in other words add increase in current asset, then less increase in current liabilities should give you the cash paid for operating expenses. So again a question for you, please do it. You take expense, reported expense from income statement, you subtract prepaid insurance expense increased by 4 million. So you add increase in current assets, that is 4 million, and accrued liabilities payable decreased by 7 million. So you add, so you subtract increase in liabilities or you add decrease in liabilities, that is 7 million. So this should be 41 million. Calculation of cash paid for interest expense. So again, in interest expense, same method will be used. You take expense from income statement, then you make adjustment for balance sheet item, that is interest expense payable. So again, same method will be used, that you take interest expense and you add decrease in current liability. So you take expense, you add decrease in current liability, or in other words, you subtract increase in current liability, and this will give you your cash paid for interest expense. So let it be purchases, let it be operating expense, let it be wages, let it be interest expense, tax expense, whatever, the concept remains be the same. That is, you take expense, you add decrease in current liabilities, and you subtract increase in current liabilities, and that gives you your cash paid. For taxes, again, same method will be used until and unless there are deferred tax taxes. If there is any deferred tax, then this calculation will change. But in simple terms, or in simple question, it should be your expense minus increase in liability. So again, taking expense, subtracting increase in current liability, or adding decrease in current liability should give you cash paid for taxes. So let it be taxes, purchases, or interest, or operating expense, or wages, it should remain be the